Happy New Year, everybody! Welcome to the first day of 2020, which also happens to be my birthday. If you'd like to give me a birthday present, go ahead and smash that like button. This is episode number 2 of the Rabbit Room Tour series, where I share viewer-submitted rabbit habitats to help give you ideas to inspire your own bunny's living quarters. Please check the description below for links to products that you see in the video, as well as instructions if you'd like to submit your own rabbit setup for consideration in a future video. Starting us off is an adorable orange Holland Lop named Daisy and her owner Bryn from Bowling Green, Ohio, home of BGSU. Go Falcons! That's my alma mater. Daisy is about 1 year old, and I know this because she comes from my Camilla and Sunny gym. I have some adorable baby pictures of Daisy. That's Daisy with her sister, and my son is playing with them. Such a cute little family. They're really cute when they're babies, but Daisy is still a beautiful girl. Love her coloring, and she has a great setup. Even though Bryn is limited on space, she is still able to provide Daisy with a really large dog crate for when Daisy can't be supervised, and then a spacious room for Daisy to exercise and play in. In case you are wondering, there is an exercise pen around the couch because Daisy likes to cram herself underneath the couch and is very difficult to get out. Daisy has never bothered the cords, so Bryn has not had the need to protect the cords with any sort of a guard, but that would be necessary for a lot of bunnies, so keep that in mind. Daisy has plenty of toys to keep her from getting bored, and Bryn says that she loves puzzle toys, such as this interactive dog toy. She has 2 Ware jumbo scatterless litter boxes with the grates that keep her up off of her mess, which is a great idea. Great idea. Get it? The hay bag is from Etsy, and Bryn says that since Daisy likes to nibble on it, she has to make some repairs with hand stitches every now and then. To alleviate boredom, we have the Small Pet Select sampler hay box to keep Daisy interested in hay. I love the cute Snoopy-themed food and water dishes filled with Sherwood brand rabbit pellets. Look how sweet Daisy is in her little house. Daisy also really loves her greens, as pretty much all rabbits do. Overall, great use of space, Bryn. Daisy obviously gets plenty of exercise and seems like she could be nothing but happy in your setup. And bonus points because I do believe I spy some Hooks Holland's Lop Shop fleece. Next, we're hopping off to Baltimore, Maryland to visit Krista B. and her bunny Kyah. Kyah is a 5-month-old broken black Holland Lop who also happens to be deaf. Kyah has 2 exercise pens put together as her enclosure, and this is a great example of how to use multiple exercise pens as a rabbit's habitat. To protect her hardwood floors and avoid losing her security deposit, Krista has shower curtain liners on the bottom, topped with a foam puzzle mat for comfort, and then fleece fabric on top for traction. So Kyah is comfortable and can move around easily, but Krista's nice floors are protected from messes and from Kyah being destructive. This is excellent for anyone who has hardwood floors, carpet, anything that can be easily damaged and not very easy to clean. Kyah has plenty of toys. I love this cute little gingerbread house. Krista says that Kyah is quite the messy eater, so she has this cage bottom where Kyah has her food and water dish and is able to eat as messily as she wants without making too big of a mess for Krista to clean up. Kyah has this great cat tunnel to lounge in, but Krista says she often finds Kyah lounging in her litter box, which that is not uncommon, as oddly as it sounds. Nice setup, Krista, and I really like your holiday decorations. Liz L. from Whitby, Ontario, Canada, has a 3-year-old Netherland dwarf named Bun Buns. Love the name. Bun Buns lives in Liz's kitchen during the winter months, where she has this really neat wooden rabbit hutch. And we haven't seen a lot of rabbit hutches used as enclosures, but here is a great example of how one can be used indoors to provide a spacious, safe place for a rabbit while he or she can't be supervised. Liz says during the summer months, she and her family are at their lake cottage where Bun Buns pretty much gets to roam free inside their cottage, and also has an exercise pen where she is able to sunbathe outdoors. The hutch is a paw hut made by the company Awesome. I'll put the link below. And it looks like Bun Buns also has a Ware Jumbo Scatterless litter box, some nice food and water dishes, and a smorgasbord of veggies and fruits to munch on. Liz says she feeds a variety of oxbow hays, as well as Timothy pellets, herbs, and fruits and veggies. Liz uses Living World water bottles for Bun Buns, and I really like this squashed clay planter on the floor that she is using for Bun Buns hay. Not only is it functional as a hay rack, but it also looks great in Liz's kitchen as well. Speaking of looking great, how totally cool is this hollowed out log that Liz got from her lake house? That is really cool and just provides a natural, comfortable place for a bunny to hide and rest. That's something I haven't seen before. So props for your creativity, Liz, and thank you for sharing. We have another 3-year-old Netherland dwarf, this one named Buddy, owned by Amelia D. Amelia says that Buddy is free range except for when he can't be supervised. So he has this really nice Midwest exercise pen set up in this amazing bunny room. Tons of toys, plenty of exercise space. Amelia says that she is protecting her floors under his enclosure with floor mats that she called Cadillac mats. I had a bit of trouble finding exactly what she meant, but I think those are the thick anti-fatigue floor mats that you can find at pretty much any hardware store. So that's a great way to protect hardwood floors, similar to how you saw in a previous setup. To keep Buddy from getting bored, Amelia has a variety of items for him to play with. We have some first years stacking plastic cups, some toilet paper tubes that have been cut into fun shapes, and you can even stuff these with hay or treats to create an interactive toy. There's a grass mat, and Amelia also has some hay cubes. These are Timothy hay cubes from Tractor Supply, and not only are hay cubes a fun interactive toy to help address boredom, but they also can be a good way to get your bunny to eat more hay, or just if your bunny is getting bored with the type of hay and the format of hay that you have been feeding. So that might be something to try. Amelia also has this fun tunnel. It is called the Plastic Elastic Tunnel. She has the KT large igloo, and I actually have this same igloo, and I will say that there is an extra large version that is better for adult size bunnies or larger bunnies. It really depends on your bunny's preference and your bunny's size, but there is an extra large version. You also can use cardboard boxes, which I see Amelia has done as well. For Buddy's litter box, Amelia is actually using a Ware chew-proof critter habitat cage, which is an interesting option if you are finding that your rabbit needs a larger litter box, or maybe you have a cage just lying around not being used. This is a fun idea. Plenty of room for your bunny to use the restroom, and you can even use the top of it as kind of a perch or a hideout or some place for your bunny to sleep and play, and you could even put a hay rack up above like Amelia has done. At Buddy's feeding station, we have what looks to be 2 nice-sized and probably fairly hefty food and water dishes. That's definitely something to keep in mind because bunnies can be ornery, and if they can pick up and flip their food and water dishes, you bet they're going to try. The little small grass toy balls are Night Angel brand small animal activity toys. Very nice use of space, Amelia. Another superb example of how to turn a room or part of a room into a rabbit habitat. And we have our third 3-year-old bunny. This one is named Brencell and is a Harlequin mix owned by Avery G of Kentucky. Now, before anyone gets their bloomers in a bunch about seeing a rabbit living outside, gasp! Please understand that when the weather outside is frightful, Brencell has a place to go indoors that is equally as delightful. That's right, Brencell is an indoor-outdoor bunny depending on the time of year and the weather. For Brencell's indoor setup, Avery has an exercise pen, and apparently Avery is quite an excellent seamstress because she has created these custom fleece liners and beds for her bunny. It looks beautiful. She has plenty of toys, cardboard hideout made for Brencell. She feeds oxbow pellets in the morning and then veggies at night. Now, let's revisit the outdoor setup and address some of the questions and concerns that I'm sure some people are going to voice down in the comment section. First of all, this is a rabbit hutch that Avery and her family created, but it's basically an exercise pen with the amenities of a fancy bed and breakfast. She has her nice custom fleece cage liners and bed, plenty of toys, food and fresh water in a bowl, plenty of hay in this really cute hay basket, and then on the far right there is an insulated hideout area that has Brencell's litter box and another DIY hay rack. Without turning this into a 20-minute video and boring everyone, I want to briefly touch on the subject of keeping a rabbit outside, since I know there will be comments about it. I think there are a few things to definitely keep in mind when making this decision. Number one is the rabbit being provided adequate protection from predators. And number two is the rabbit being provided with adequate protection from the elements, the rain, the wind, the sun. The summertime heat is going to be the most dangerous to a rabbit. They can handle the cold much better, but they still need shelter and shade, somewhere to get out of the elements. They need thawed water in the winter, and in the summertime, they might need a frozen water bottle, a fan, or some other measure to keep them cool. And then finally, number three, and I think might be the biggest issue, is if a family keeps their bunny outside, they need to make sure, are they still going to be able to interact with and bond with their rabbit when the rabbit is kept away from their area where their daily activities are? In Brencell's case here, Avery obviously takes great pride and interest in her bunny. You can tell by the beautiful living conditions she has created for her bunny. And she obviously has the first two considerations taken care of with adequate shelter, safe from predators, and there is option B when the weather is not appropriate. Brencell has another habitat that she can go to be safe and equally happy and plenty of place to exercise. So I think this provided an excellent talking point and definitely a really good, solid example of a quality outdoor living enclosure for a rabbit. So I appreciate you sharing that with us, Avery. And on a much lighter note, we are going to end with the pièce de résistance. This amazing setup by Julie M. of Frederick, Maryland for her two bunnies, Clover and Daisy. I feel like I'm looking at a Pottery Bun magazine. Get it? Pottery Bun. This is just spectacular. I love the colors. I love the natural wood tones. It just is a very calm, soothing, beautiful bunny room that definitely goes with Julie's decor. These two cuties are both Holland Lops. Daisy is around 8 months and her half-brother Clover is around 6 months. Julie says they are very closely bonded to one another, and it was quite difficult for them to be separated for a bit while Clover got neutered. This super comfy, chunky blanket Julie knitted herself, which I love. These hutches are made by AVERY'S, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and she purchased them from Amazon. Julie is very pleased with the functionality of the cages as well as how they fit in with her decor. Even though her bunnies have pretty much free roam of the area, they often are found snuggling together in their hutches or on the furniture. We've got the Ware jumbo scatterless litter boxes, and it's a good idea to put some hay in there because rabbits often eat and poop at the same time. She has other hay racks as well. For food, she uses Sherwood's adult pellets and Small Pet Select orchard grass. I really like the armoire that she uses for organizing her rabbit supplies. Her bunnies also enjoy dining on spring mix greens. Julie's setup is absolutely spectacular. I really think she should open up a BB&B. That's Bunny Bed and Breakfast. So there you have it, episode number 2 of the Rabbit Room Tour series. I hope you found it enjoyable. If so, please consider liking and subscribing. That really does help support the channel. Remember to check the description below for links to products and also for how to submit your bunny setup if you'd like to be featured in a future video. Thanks for watching and have a happy new year.